Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail, and we're continuing here in Downpatrick. And John Wesley actually preached here in Downpatrick on several occasions. He first visited Downpatrick in June 1778, and in his journal he noted that at the top of the town stands the Abbey on a hill which commands all the country. It is a ruin and is far the largest building I have seen in the kingdom. And of course it's not a ruin today, but it's a magnificent building. And then back in Downpatrick in June 1789 he wrote, "In the afternoon we viewed the vulnerable ruins of the Abbey." So he seems pretty impressed with the ruins of the Abbey. When he was here in Downpatrick, he says, "We came to Downpatrick where the preaching house being too small," he says, "we repaired as usual to the Grove, a most lovely place very near the vulnerable ruins of the cathedral." And this is the Grove here. Beautiful, isn't it? And so this is where Wesley preached, the founder of Methodism. He says, "I walked through the town. I suppose one of the most ancient in Ulster." He's right there, definitely is. "Adjoining the cathedral is one of the most beautiful groves which I ever beholden with my eyes." He says it covers the sloping side of the hill and has festas cut through it every way. He says in the middle of it is a circular space 20 or 30 yards in diameter. And so this is the grove here that he's talking about. Fantastic, isn't it? There's a wee stone there, I don't know what it says, but we'll have a wee look if I can read it. I think it's Jesus, and I can't really make the rest out, but I think it's Jesus, it says. I don't know what these were now, so I'm not too sure. But this is where John Wesley preached. Of course you can see the Abbey at the top there. So pretty amazing. And there's been a shower of hailstones, so there has, but it's nice now, as you can see. The sky's blue. There's the Abbey up at the top. Amazing to think that John Wesley actually preached here, isn't it? In the Grove. There's a few wee seats there, stone seats. But there's a wee plaque here that I want to show you. Of course, that building there, that's the St. Patrick Centre. The only permanent museum in Northern Ireland, maybe even the whole of Ireland, which is actually dedicated to the history of Patrick. But here you can see the wee plaque here. It says Downpatrick, and then it says the Grove. It says this area was planted by Edward Southwell in 1740 to be a place of recreation. Statues of Roman gods were set up here, but then underneath it says John Wesley 1703 to 1791, the founder of Methodism, preached here on several occasions. So it's good to have that wee plaque. And So we'll take a wee walk and I'll let you see the grove where John Wesley preached. Pretty amazing, isn't it? You could just imagine the crowds here and Wesley preaching away. There's the cathedral. A ruin in Wesley's day, but it's definitely not a ruin today. It's a fantastic building, no doubt about it. And of course, Patrick is said to be buried in the graveyard there just at the other side of the wall. And of course I have done a few videos up there. So if you're interested in checking those out, you will get them on my channel. I'm not sure if this is the circular space that Wesley was talking about. He said, I don't think it is. He says in the middle of it is a circular space, 20 or 30 yards, he says, in diameter. So I don't know why he's talking about this or not. I don't think so. But there you are. There's like a wee cross on that stone. So there is. There you go. There's the young ones getting back from school. Get a good view here too, don't you? Absolutely. You definitely do. There's another church there, up in the distance. So there you go. I'll take you up to the church and then we'll wrap this wee video up. But this is the grove, and this is actually where John Wesley preached to the people of Downpatrick. So well worth a visit. If you're in the area, it's definitely well worth a visit. There's a lot of history here in Downpatrick, and make sure you visit the Inn Chapel, because I've done a wee video there earlier. It's absolutely fantastic. So it is. And also in the footpaths here, there's a few wee quotes of John Wesley. I didn't stop and read those to you. I actually have them wrote down, and so I just read them out to you. But there's one of them there. So make sure you don't miss the quotes. And there's one down at the bottom as well, where near the wee plaque. And that's another. That's just the same as the wee plaque down below, but it's a bit faded, that one. So there you are. Pretty amazing stuff here at the Grove, isn't there? Big connection with John Wesley. Fantastic. So that's the Grove. And then that's the cathedral. The Abbey, which was a ruin in Wesley's day, but it's definitely not a ruin today. Again, if you enjoyed the channel, please like and subscribe. God bless.